There are some myths associated with data science interviews and career in data science. I like to briefly discuss. Some people say data science is only for engineers and math science graduates. That's not true. In fact, in India, people say data science is only for computer science engineer, or CS graduates, or someone with MSc in statistics. That's not true, because whether you study physics or mathematics or any branch of science, you always use data analysis, right? You always use data analysis. So if you're doing experiments, you come up with data, you analyze data, right? So data analysis is part and parcel of all academic areas, not just science or engineering, even in social science, right? If you're a student of geography, economics, sociology, you still deal with data, right? And economics and geography in particular, they're heavily data analysis that's there, right? So you can build a career in data science if you are from a social science background also. It's not an issue. Some say that PhD is a must. That is wrong. You need not be a PhD. In fact, I would rather say that a PhD research is somewhat irrelevant in data science, because PhD is more theoretical research where it takes years to write a research paper, whereas in real world you will be given 2 to 3 months to build a model from scratch and implement it. So the approach will be very different. So you need not have a PhD. Good to have a PhD, but it's not mandatory to have. Some people say it's an overhyped career option which is going to vanish in a few years. It's not going to happen because data is growing. You cannot take a decision. No business can take a decision manually. So manual decision is getting automated. Thirdly, a lot of the tasks have been automated, right? Whether it's self-driving car or even a lot of the IT stuff, right? The IT support and so on. These things are being automated nowadays. So how do you automate? Using machine learning, right? So this career is definitely not overhyped. And whatever little overhype was there has now become normal. So now it's more like any other professions, but highly demanding. There's more demand and less number of skilled candidates in this field. So that's going to be there for a while, I'm sure. It's not for MBA. Some say that it's not for MBA and business folks. That's not true. Many MBAs have successfully moved into data science, analytics jobs. In fact, they're doing really well. And people who are already in business and frontline business, and they understand analytics, they know how to use analytics to enhance their sales, marketing, and advertising. Whatever work they're doing, then they're considered to be smarter. There is a lecture by Susan Athe, a Stanford professor, who is a professor in Stanford Graduate Business School, where she's asking the MBAs to study analytics, statistics, econometrics, because she feels that these skills are going to be highly desired in MBA candidates in future. And that's what already happening. Some people say mid-career switch is impossible. That's not true, because this is a new field and there is huge demand and less talent pool. So you can always fill in from other areas. And it did not be a pro from day one, but if you have experience in different other fields, if you're an IT expert, you are a really good developer, you are already a business guy, a project manager, or a product manager, your skills will be invaluable in data science projects. So it's 100% not true. Okay, to conclude, I have a few things to say. So data science is very broad, actually. It is very difficult area in some sense, because it involves a lot of academic areas: statistics, applied mathematics, computer science, data science, computer science, econometrics, operation research, psychometry, artificial intelligence, data mining, you name, industrial engineering, and so on, and quantitative finance sometimes, right? So there are like so many fields which are contributing to data science, right? So it's very difficult to master all these areas, right? Even mastering one area of statistics takes lifetime, right? So you need not be. So what happens is that many people, when they look at this area and see the breadth of this area, they actually get nervous. So there's no reason to be feel very nervous. You wouldn't be a master of all these areas, right? So always build on your strength, and do not feel bad about the fact that you do not know some other areas, right? If you are very comfortable with uh, let's say three types of regression, and you are really good coder, right? There's no reason why you should feel bad about the fact that you do not know some other type of regression, like what is quantile regression or what is integer programming and so on. No, you need not, right? Because you can always do a lot of work just by having these two skills, right? And you have plenty of time to build on your skills. So not an area, not a problem. It's always good to specialize in one area. Uh, as a fresher, it is not important, but as we go on, as we have more experience, it's always good to specialize in one area and then become a super specialized guy in one area. That's one good thing. The field is old, but it but there have never before we have seen this rapid expansion or so much of demand. Primarily is because of internet data that was not available to us even 15 years ago. So much of data is available now with smartphones and other things in place. So the expansion that is happening in this area is more than probably any other expansions. Like we have seen rapid expansion of IT skills in 90s, right? Late 80s and 90s. That's exactly what is happening. It's one of the finest times for statisticians, computer scientists, and people who are keen on using data algorithms in solving business problems. So it's one finest time. And the good thing is that there are not many veterans in this field, because it's a very new field. Uh, there is no veterans. You should not feel intimidated to people who have, let's say, 20, 25 years experience. There are not many people out there in the industry with such in-depth experience. So it's a good time. So the future is always going to be on data and algorithms, whether any field you take. There is no field which will not be affected by analytics in future. So predictive models are going to be used everywhere, whether it's healthcare for disease prediction, whether it's financial service, which has always been using analytics for decades now, insurance, e-commerce, take any field, this is going to be used. So it's an excellent career option. That's one thing I can summarize. Thank you so much, and if you haven't subscribed our channel, please do subscribe. And for any guidance, you can always write to us. And also, you can please visit our website. You will get plenty of stuff. You will get frequently asked questions, and you can also go through some of our study packs. Thank you so much.